describe himself. He said, just say I'm hard. I'm enthusiastic, I'm dedicated to the cause, I want to help the kids, and I can win this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Rice. Trevor Gillmeister wore the colours of Queensland with such passionate pride. Played for Australia, gave his heart and soul to football field. He's given away 10 Ks tonight. From the axes he's known. He used to chop them down on the football field. Tonight he'll chop them down the ring. Trevor Gillmeister!
Hometown favourite there, Trevor Gillmeister up against the ex-Carlton and St Kilda player Dean Rice. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, gents.
As you take a look at the tail of the tape, you'll notice that Dean Rice is taller, he's heavier, and he's younger than Gillmeister. Gillmeister, as a matter of fact, is the smallest of all our fighters tonight. But anybody they call the axe when he played that could tackle the way he did, you know that he's going to be a warrior tonight.
That's exactly right, Bob, and he has this huge support up here. The Brisbane people love him. He's been a Queensland icon for many, many years, played a lot of State of Origin football, and one of the toughest guys you'll find, so he won't be taking a backward step.
And Dean Rice has done about several months, I believe, almost 4 months of training for this fight in the gym, in sparring. So he's going to need it because the axe, even though he's giving away those 10 kilograms, he is one serious unit. And look at that head on him. He's a pretty powerful character, but that head, that's seen a few wrong ends of elbows and fists, hasn't it? There's nothing that he's not accustomed to here tonight.
Seen a few scrums. Well, here they go.
All right, we're set to go for our next fight of the evening. Dean Rice in the red of the footballers and Gillmeister in the blue. Gillmeister is a fighter. He's had fights before. This is his 5th amateur fight. He knows how to box. He's going to try to counter-punch and try to take away some of the power of Rice right away. You notice the way he's up on his toes. Decked out in blue is Gillmeister. To the left of your screen, kind of with his back to you now. He loops that big hand right across. And you see the ref say, hey, keep the hands up. Nice jab by Rice, too. It doesn't land. That's the right hand that does land, though. Rice has got some power behind the right hand. Gillmeister's got to be quicker, and he's got to get some movement, too. Right now, both guys are just coming straight in at each other. But as we've seen in the previous fights, it has a tendency to slow down and get a little bit more technical as the time ticks by. These guys are good fighters. You wouldn't know that they were amateurs. Gillmeister in the blue, up on his toes, dances right, now right in front of him, bobs, weaves, throws the right hand, goes with that right hand lead. Now he backs off, and in comes Rice. Rice lets 2 hands go, the combination doesn't land. Back is Gillmeister with a looping left hand that just gets Rice off balance a little bit. Rice tries to throw something, and Gillmeister lands, cracks him right to the forehead, and he has to adjust that headgear. There's a looping right hand that time by Rice. Rice in red takes a body shot, and that's what Gillmeister told me he'd do, is work the body.
Went down low, didn't he? That's the second one he's thrown right into the solar plexus there. Good overhand right from Gillmeister, and Rice responds.
Responded well with the right hand of his own, and that's what he has to do, because Gillmeister is probably the more experienced of the two boxers as a fighter. But the size of Rice should be an advantage. But you notice the way his shoulders are squared up. If he turned that left shoulder in, he'd have a much better situation to avoid the punches of Gillmeister and a much better shot of hiding a right hand behind the left. He's getting the right hand through. He got the left hand on top of Gillmeister's forehead, too. Nice, straight, stiff jab that time by Rice. Rice is coming along. Then there's the looping right hand by Gillmeister, just as you say that. Good move by Rice. He slides down the ropes, gets his timing, gets his positioning, tries to wait for Gillmeister to come at him, and Gillmeister wants to counter, so he's waiting too. Nothing lazy about these guys. These guys know how to fight, and it's a little bit more tactical than the couple of fights you've seen as the bell ends. A real good boxing show.
Yeah, that was a terrific round, wasn't it? Both boxers, well, both ex-players are both boxing, and they're doing a terrific job there. I think Rice has got the better of the reach advantage, and so Gilly really has to work on that defence. He's holding his arms up nice and high, ducking and weaving, getting a lot of shots missing him. So he's doing a pretty good job in this first round, but it's very close. I reckon a points decision one way or the other. I've got no idea which way.
Well, there you saw the number up on screen for the teenage youth suicide. Let's see, Dean Rice having to crouch down to get it, Gillmeister. So it's always a little bit of a right hand got through there and just pushed his head back a bit, Bob. But that's the one again on replay, and then regained a bit of composure. But this is a good fight here. They're both sorting each other out, both trying to fight to the techniques that their cornermen have taught them in the last few months. As I said, Dean Rice has spent a few months in the gym, in the spa, sorting himself out here. So this has got a bit of technicality to it.
Well, it shows, too. Coming up to round number 2. Again, it's scheduled for 3. They're 2-minute rounds. Some judges will score that last round. Even some judges will give Gillmeister the 20-19, but Rice did come on. These guys can both fight. Rice throws out the light left hand, then nails him with the right hand. Good technique by both fighters. Gillmeister, the axe, standing in front of his man, shoots out the looping right hand lead, but it doesn't catch Rice. Rice bounces right, tries to plant, loads up the right hand, which rocketed off the jaw of Gillmeister. It didn't hurt him any, but it got his attention, believe me. Opening seconds of this, the second round of a scheduled 3-round affair here. Wow, with a shot there. Right back comes Gillmeister, and that's good counterpunching. This guy has trained to fight, I'll tell you. You see the time remaining, 1:15 to go, and this is the second round of the fight. Rice moves to his left, then comes back to the right, loads up the right hand. That's the perfect way to throw the right hand, too. Start moving left, then plant, and then throw the right hand. Right shot, right shot! Floors Rice! Gillmeister caught him. Rice's legs a little bit wobbly. He'll take the standing 8 count. And again, I remind you that in amateur boxing, the knockdown doesn't mean any more than really a heavy punch. But it does when you're on the receiving end of it. And we'll ask Mr. Rice about that when the fight's over. He get caught with a good shot. His leg's a little bit wobbly. I like to say he's loose in the knees right now, which means his balance isn't great. And Trevor will try to take advantage of that. The axe will try to drop a real big shot, which would be the axe. There, instead, he goes to the body. That's real smart boxing. I tell you, Gillmeister was a great rugby player because he's smart. He used his body to his best when he was tackling. And in boxing, you can see he's just very, very intelligent.
That's exactly right, Bob. He wasn't a big man, but on the football field, he always played it smart and hard. Best timing in the game, and he wasn't called the axe for nothing.
Well, both of the guys are showing a bit of fatigue, which you would expect because the pace that they're showing, even though it's only 2 minutes, is fast and furious. When you are an athlete and you're aggressive like these guys are, they want to let it fly. They don't like being hit, and the bell ends another really good round of boxing. And they didn't kind of peter out to the very closing seconds of that second round.
3 times in the first 2 rounds, but we've really seen it quite noticeable from Trevor Gillmeister. He's loaded up a shot to the body just to try and make Rice come down to his height and then pop one over the top, which is when he put him on the canvas.
There's the number on the screen, 1902 268 001. It only costs you $25, and I can tell you every time you ring that number, you'll be saving maybe not just one life. It could be the life of a friend, it could be the life of a family member. So certainly the $25 will go to a worthy cause, and this Fight for Life campaign has been tremendous.
Let's have a look at them going through the paces here, and this is lands a left there, and it's just that little short one which went about 8 inches there, and Ricey didn't like it and went down onto the knee.
The short ones sometimes are the most dangerous, especially after you've had a lot of shots.
Got a good right hand, Dean Rice, hasn't he?
He certainly does, Bob. There's been one bout go the first round, one go the second. This one, will it be a knockout in the third again, or will it go the full distance?
Well, we've had 2 KOs, 1 TKO and 1 knockout. We'll see how this one goes. Round 3. This is the 3rd and final round. Look at this. Rice battling back. Looks a little bit awkward. There might be a little bit of a cut of certainly puffiness around the left eye of Trevor Gillmeister, but it's nothing to worry about as he bangs Rice with a nice left hook. He's right in front of him now, holds those hands high. I mean, he's a well-trained boxer. I'll tell you that. For a guy that's only in his 4th amateur fight, he looks like a guy that's been a professional fighter. And he's been a professional athlete, no question about it. He knows something about boxing. Rice is trying to get some angles, kind of like we saw in the last fight, but he's unable to do it because Gillmeister is so quick with his hands. He bobs down, weaves to the right, and then throws the right hand power shot. He needs to throw a few more jabs and then throw the right hand, but he'll go to the body. Wow, with the right hand is Dean Rice. Rice, the pride of Victoria, wants to win this one up here in Queensland and take it away from Gillmeister, the hometown favorite. Instead, he takes one that just glances across the jaw. The right hand thrown by Gillmeister. Gillmeister stands right in front of him, waiting for his man to come in. That's by design. Rice came in, get off a couple of punches, and look at the counterpunch shot by Gillmeister. Real good shot that time. The crowd loves it.
Crowd are getting behind their Queenslander at the moment, and he's starting to perform. There's some good shots there, and they're really encouraging him.
Here they are. Gillmeister lands a big shot with the left hand. Right now, Rice is leaning over. If Gillmeister came with an uppercut, he'd take his head off, and he doesn't see it right now. He wants to concentrate on the body and then come back upstairs. Nice jabbing by Gillmeister throughout this third round. He can just cruise the victory if he keeps going in the circle. He caught up with Rice that time. Referee turned him around because it's illegal to turn you back in the boxing ring, and for obvious reasons. This is a tough, hard round and a good strategic fight for both guys. Gillmeister just showing a little bit more skill, in my opinion, than is Dean Rice. There's the bell ending the fight, and that was a nice fight. A real good technical fight, different from the first two.
Well, we finally got one that's gone the distance tonight, and that was money's value for the people who paid to come in here tonight for Teenage Youth Suicide. You see the number on screen there. Dean Rice getting his headgear off now, and he fought a good fight there. I think Trevor Gillmeister might get the points decision here. He looked pretty comfortable. Very tough to hit, Gilly. I'd imagine he'd be the same with a rugby league jumper on as well.
Here we go. Here's the replay. Oh, a nice shot right to the head. But no, it was a great effort by both boxers. They really worked hard at times. Rice was coming in and nailing a few into Gilly and then moving away very quickly, working on his footwork. A tremendous effort and a great fight.
Well, I've got it scored 60-54. That's unofficial. When it comes to scoring amateur fights, I'm a pure amateur too, by the way.
Well, we're going to have to go to a break, E.T.
That's right, and after the break, we'll be back with the result. Scandalous. Oh, here comes the result.
Yeah, it's coming straight up here. We're going to go straight to the result now, E.T.
Just waiting for the final seconds. It's getting from the timekeepers, referees. Pretty close bout. What about it for the two boys? Didn't they turn it on? Yeah. Thank you. Result coming now. Just let Mr. Referee check that out. Okay, let's have a look. Well, it was a split decision, but the winner, the Axe! Word.
Fantastic effort.
Well, listen, that was a very tight decision. There it is, split decision. But, gee, you turned it on. It was great.
Oh, mate, I'm only a little fella, so I've got to do my best, mate. So, no, that's the first time me and Dean have met, so it'll be my shout tonight.
Well, mate, you used to do it on the football field. You'd chop them away, and you've done it again tonight. You were never one to give up.
Oh, I know. I suppose it's... I think that's what the whole night's about, not giving up. And, you know, some of the kids out there, if they can do the same thing, that's what it's all about. So, that's great.
There he is, Trevor Gillmeister.
Fantastic result there. And both boxers really did play, you know, out there on the in the ring. They can't get out of that ring, can they? That's the thing about boxing. Once you're in there, it's a real battle. There's that number again on the screen. And now we're off to a break.